Alright, so normally I would have stopped doing a vlog by now because all my roommates love to make fun of me for it. And plus I hate talking to a camera, but my friends at home said they wanted to see a vlog. So here I am posting about it, and what more perfect of a time to talk about it because I just got back from character performer auditions. And this was for to extend your program through the summer as character performer. So I'll just kind of tell you how my experience went, what the rundown was. Basically, I got there about half an hour early, half an hour prior to sign-in, because I had already gone to a face lookalike audition, and I knew how quickly it filled up really fast. So I got there, I was number 40. They give you a little sticker, you put it on your shirt or whatever, and then you just waited around while everyone else checked in. I think there were at least about 210 people there. So we just kind of waited around for a little bit, and then they took the first group of 70 back into like a big rehearsal room. And while we were back there, they taught us a really simple dance, like 4/8 counts across the floor. It was like marching, jazz square, skipping, and like something else. It was so easy. So we did that across the floor. We just practiced it a couple times, and then they lined us up in rows of 4, and the like judges table was down here, so you like did it towards them because it was like parade style. You like it was a moving dance. So you repeated it 3 times as you went across, and then you went off to the side and you waited for all the lines to go through. Then they turned off the music, and they called everyone into the center, and then they called off the numbers that they wanted to have stay. So hearing number, heard number 40. That was all I needed to hear. And they called 14 of us out of that group of 70. So 14 of us went into another room. It was like a holding room, and we just kind of waited around. And we waited for the other 2 groups of 70 to get done, which actually went by a lot faster than I thought it would. And by the time the 2 other groups were done, there were 50 of us total, about 50 waiting. So then they called us all back into the big rehearsal room, and they taught us a more difficult dance. And then we also had to do animation acting. So the dance, I didn't have done dance for a very long time, so the dance was not difficult for me, but I think it was difficult for a little difficult for other people. I don't know. I felt comfortable with it. But the animation acting, it wasn't my favorite thing in the whole world. I did it, and I did it to the best of my abilities, but it wasn't like my favorite thing in the world. Disney just is all about storytelling, and you just have to like act really big and over animate your movements. So I had done I'd watched other vlogs of other people that had done character auditions, and I had I had seen what they talked about what they had to do. They had to put up a Christmas tree or something like that. We had something so weird. I was not prepared for it at all. We had to tell a quick story, beginning, middle, and end in 30 seconds, 2 of them. The first one was if you were a character in Adventureland. Boom. There was no who you were, anything. And the other one was a character in Frontierland. So it was just 2 totally different things, to be a pirate and a cowboy. I don't know. It was weird. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world. Whatever, I did it. So after we practiced the dance a million times and the acting a million times, they brought us all out into the hallway, and we all had to go into the room, 1 group at a time, in groups of 6. So there were 6 of us there. We did the dance twice, and then we did the Adventureland acting and then the Frontierland acting. Got done with that. From my group of 6, they called myself and another gentleman and said thank you to everyone else. But he said that even if you got cut there, that doesn't mean that you didn't get it. I don't know. But they took the guy that they called and like took him into another room. I don't know where he went, and they just told me to stay in the hallway. So I just like chilled in the hallway for a while. I wasn't like the first group of 6 to go. I was second group of 6 to go. And so what I kind of saw from the other groups of 6 was pretty much 1 or 2 other people were being called from each group. And most of them that were picked out of the 6 were taken into some other room. I don't know where they were going, but by the end of all the groups of 6, it was just 4 of us out in the hallway. I had no idea what that meant. But eventually they took us back into the original room, and this time they recorded us doing the dance. So they recorded us doing the dance twice. We didn't have to do any of the animation stuff. And then after that he said, well, thank you so much. You all are done except for you. And he points at me. I was like, oh my God, okay. So I kind of hung out for a second, and they walked me into this room in the back, and I had found out that that's where they were taking everyone else. And in there, that is where I was put to see if I could be friends, would do a good job being friends with Tinkerbell. So Tink and I hung out for a while, and Tink and I talked for a while, and they recorded me and Tink hanging out, and they took pictures of me and Tink. They gave me some lines so that Tink and I could talk and have a good conversation. And yeah, so there were some other people in there hanging out with people. So there was about 8 to 10 of us hanging out with friends back there. So that was really cool. Obviously, I'm like still trying to decompress after all that excitement. So it was amazing. The killer part is that we don't get to find out for another month. So I have to wait a whole month. And if you've been following my blog or my vlog, you might have known how much I wanted to die in just that 1 week, having to wait to find out if I even got into the Disney College program. I only had to wait a week, but oh my God, it was the longest week of my life. So pretty much I'm screwed for this month because I'm gonna die. But I'm really excited to find out. Just it'll be great. So yeah, just some other things about the audition. If you can see what I'm wearing like a tank top and some Nike capris. And I wore my like Nike tennis shoes, but I also brought a pair of ballet shoes, which I ended up not even using. There were people in there that were barefoot. One homegirl had like on a cute outfit with like boots and everything. I was like, good for you, girl. And she was like dancing and everything. I was like, good for you. Most people were in like athletic like clothing. Some girls had like jazz shoes on. So yeah, so sneakers and athletic clothes worked fine for me. But yeah, I got there at 8:30 and we were done at about 2:30. So yeah, so that's pretty much the update I can give you right now. Obviously, I will give you more of an update when I find out things. They said we find out April 2nd to April 7th. That's our time window of when we find out. So yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. If you really like want to follow my vlogs, I'm really sorry that I like never post any, and I know especially because Fall Advantage stuff is coming out, and so I'm sure everyone's just like scouring the internet because that's how I was. But I definitely recommend my blog more, just because it's easier for me to like write than it is for me to just sit here and talk to my webcam. But also on that little side note, and I'm sorry this is already getting so long, but if you're still listening, I have some more good news for you. I am a big follower of Kelsey Doing Disney. If you haven't, like, if you've never even heard of her, go type her in right now. It's Kelsie Doing Disney. And she was like the first Disney vlogs I ever watched, and she's so awesome. And one of her vlogs was that she was getting published, and I was like, what is that? So she's like writing this book it's called Theme Park Presses. So of course I went to their website. I used to want to be a writer when I was a little kid, and I do my blog, so I love writing, obviously. So check that out, and there was like a little link that was like, write for us. So it gives you like the lowdown of like little FAQ, and then they were like, well, submit your thing to us. So I just like was like, hey, I have this blog, like if you want to check it out. And like 15 minutes later, this guy got back to me. He's like, yeah, let's give it a shot. Your blog looks great. So yeah, let's start doing this. So I'm like writing a book now. So yeah, I'm writing a book. It's not for sure that it will be published yet. It's if it's a good book, they'll publish it. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm writing my book. So there might be some things that I hold off on the blog because he wants me to save them for my book. I don't know. So, but yeah, this will be like a book that's like on Amazon and like, I don't know. So I'll keep you updated with that too. But yeah, check out my blog. Hopefully keep watching my vlog. I'll try. I really will try, people, but I can't make any promises. So, all right. Bye.